Well, it's time to do some sports, and Gary Smith is standing by. But first, former president of the Ghana Football Association, Dr. Nyaho Tamaklu, has taken a swipe at Black Star coach Avram Grant for supervising what he describes as poor performance of the Black Stars in the AFCON games ongoing in Gabon. This was part of my conversation with him earlier today.
It's like on a one-goal project. To me, their performance is not good. I'm being frank with you. Their performance to me is not good. They have been able to get to the quarterfinal stage now, which is good for them. But the sort of football they played, look, the other countries are playing very serious football. They have younger boys, you follow me, who don't get tired at all. I've been watching the matches.
Our guys are getting tired?
They get tired. They get tired. And you find it difficult to know the sort of formation they are even playing. All because they have an absentee coach. The coach never, lives with them here.
Sports pundits have said that you don't necessarily have to live as a coach, live with the players to know how they're playing. That you go, he goes out there to watch them play every now and then.
No.
That should suffice.
No. You go to Manchester United, that is a club. You follow me? The coach lives with them. If you are picked as a national coach, I've been in that seat before, so I know what I'm talking about. It is your duty to say where you were employed. But it's not just a question of picking players from various clubs when we have a tournament, but you must be able to know them. You follow me? You can only know them when you are training them yourself.
I see.
So far, he's not been able to produce one local footballer or promote one local footballer to the national team.
Maybe he's not getting the free hand to operate. The GFA perhaps is interfering.
No, I don't think the GFA is in any way interfering with his work. They are not rather. If they were to be doing that, I would have been very happy.
So you want the GFA to interfere in the work of Coach Avram Grant?
No, they should call him to order. Because recently they did. They ordered him to come back from Europe to Accra.
So call him to order right now to do what?
No, what I am saying that he is a coach of the Black Stars. And he doesn't live here. He's all the time outside the country. He comes in only when there's a tournament. And even that, he invites the boys from various clubs. Most of the boys he brings down are not regular footballers in the clubs as they are. So you can see that they don't really gel when they are put together. It takes some time before they gel. You follow me? And if you watch the other clubs, it's quite different. They are going to play today, so we shall see.
What are your expectations for today?
Well, I think they have to fight hard if they want to succeed. They have to fight very, very hard.
Their bonuses have been slashed. It used to be 10,000. Then Neil and Van der Poel came in and slashed it to 8,000. Right now, we've got Isaac Esiama, Minister Designate for Sports, and he is slashed. He's engaged them, and it's been slashed further to $5,000. Is that a good thing?
Well, even if Esiama has been able to do that, that is good news because it saved the government a whole lot of money. You follow me? But it must be kept at that level all the time.
At 5,000?
Oh, yes.
It can't go beneath 5,000?
No, it must be kept. What is why not? Look, when I was FA boss, I was the one who negotiated that they should be paid in dollars.
Was that a good decision?
Yeah, it was, because by then we had money. But then we had money. I spoke with President Kufuor, and he gave me the green light to do that. We had money then. Now, if you have a situation where the government says, I don't have money, they must be able to understand that. We've had footballers in this country. They are not the first to start playing football for this nation. We've had footballers. Now, if they watch carefully, they can see that they have totally alienated themselves from the public.
Yes. Isn't that the reason why they've perhaps accepted this 5,000?
That might be a factor. That's why I say it should be left there. It should be 5,000 flat.
All right, Gary is already in the studio. 5,000, you should be left at 5,000 flat. If they want to succeed, they should work harder. He says the boys get tired too early. Is that true?
Well, that's his opinion.
That's his opinion. Okay, I hear you. All right, time for you to take over.
All right, so taking over from where she left off, very interesting interview, and we'll be getting some perspective on that. Welcome to the Sports on Pulse. I'm Gary Al Smith. It's not just me who will be speaking to you. Benedict Owusu-Dankwa, our man in Gabon for this tournament, is standing by live from that country. Benedict, welcome to the show.
Thanks so much, Gary.
Yeah, so I'm sure you were also listening to Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo there. You are there. My opinion doesn't matter. You are with the team, you are with the players. What do you think their reaction will be if they heard that someone of repute like Nyaho Tamaklo was saying that they get tired too easily?
Guys, I couldn't hear what's right now.
What do you think the reaction of the technical team and the players would be if they heard Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo say they get tired too easily?
Well, I can't really hear you, but what I heard, or I didn't really hear Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo speak as well. I only read the Slack which said that he is unimpressed with the Black Stars' performance at this year's competition. Obviously, I mean, from a Ghanaian perspective, if you sit home and you watch how the team played, especially in the second half of those two matches against Uganda and Mali, you won't be much concerned. But in terms of results, that which we are all looking for and points, we're obviously very excited to see the team qualify to the next stage of the competition. So for Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo to say that he's so not impressed with the team's performance, well, I bet you disagree, because what matters in every tournament is getting the results and also making sure that you get points which will ensure your progression to the next stage of the competition. And that's what they've been able to do, and that's what they are doing here at this year's tournament. As we speak now, we're going to play Egypt in about 3 hours from now. But we are all happy that the team has made it to the next stage of the competition. So, I mean, for you and for everybody following the Black Stars, you will definitely be excited at this point. They've qualified to the next stage of the competition. Gary, I'm not sure I'll be able to hear anything that you ask me, so probably maybe I'm sure you'll be asking about the starting lineup as well. As I speak to you now, Grant has released the starting lineup, which he has made 4 changes to his team that played in the game against Mali, as well as the Uganda game. Well, he has actually given 2 players a chance to make their debut appearance at the AFCON Cup of Nations. I'm talking of Andy Yadom, who plays club football for Barnsley, and also Lefren Samotete, who has recently signed for Red Bull Salzburg. And for somebody like Andy Yadom, he's very, very delighted and very happy to get this opportunity, as well as Samuel Tete, who plays club football for Lefren, and for Jonathan Mensah, who now has been relegated to the bench because of how well Dana Amate has played at this year's competition. He's been given the opportunity to start in this very game we're going to play against Egypt, as well as the player like Ajman Bidu. We saw him come off the bench in the game against Uganda, as well as the game against Mali. Well, today, Ajman Bidu is going to start that game. So Ivan Grant actually has made 4 changes to those starting lineup. And if you allow me to go through for you, now we have Basai Primer, who will be in post, and on right will be Andy Yadom, who plays for Barnsley. Harris Nafu will take the left fullback position. So Frankie Champon today will start from bench, and in central defense we're going to have Jonathan Mensah, partner John Boy, and Daniel Amate, who we've seen play with John Boy in central defense today, is going to play in front of the back four. Then we'll have Ajman Bidu, as well as Christian Achu operating from the left side of attack, and Samuel Tete, who operates from the right side of attack, with Andrea Ayew playing just behind skipper Asamoah Gyan. There is no Jordan Ayew in the squad today.
Fantastic, Benedict. And you preempted my question about the starting 11. That's brilliant. Also, if you can hear me, what is the focus of the team? Because as we know, DRC and Morocco have qualified from Group C, meaning that Ghana can meet one of these 2 teams. Is there a particular preference of the Black Stars ahead of tonight's game for the next stage?
I had the opportunity to ask Asamoah Gyan this morning by virtue of that results that came in yesterday, where DR Congo and Morocco have been able to make it to the next stage of the competition, and also with their placing. Because what happens is, and as you know, if we place first, it means we're going to play the second place team in
Group C, which is Morocco, and if you happen to play second, then we will travel to EM. Two key things. One is got to do with the pitch here in Port Gentil. Not a very good pitch, but obviously they've been playing on it in the first, second game, which now they've become used to, and also making the trip from here to EM. It's not the kind of journey I'm sure the players would want, especially hearing that most of the teams did not get the best of facilities to lodge and in. So for the team, I'm sure by now they're okay with where they are and would want to stay here and continue the rest of the tournament. And for Port Gentil, Port Gentil has become a city for Ghana. Now, wherever you pass, wherever you go, people have now become so used to the Ghana team because yes, we've won our 2 matches here, and almost everybody in this place always want to come see the Black Stars. So I'm sure they'll have that feeling that yes, they would want to stay here, and the only thing they need going into this game, according to Asamoah, one is to revenge the defeat to Egypt at the 2010 Africa Cup of Nations final, and also at the the recent game we played against Egypt in Alexandria in the World Cup qualifier 2-0. They want to revenge that as well, and to top the group and to make Ghanaians happy.
Okay,
according to
Benedict,
him, they are here to keep their 100% record, and everything that they will do to ensure they keep that record, they will do it. So Asamoah and the players are very, very poised for action, and they want to get a few points to ensure that we finish the group with the 100% record.
Benedict, very, very quickly, we understand that there was an issue between the Ghana players and the Egyptians at training yesterday. Can you give us a background to that bit of information very quickly?
Well, there was no problem. I'm surprised that you're asking this because I was at training when the Black Stars went there. They actually allowed us to watch the first 15 minutes of training. What happened was, before we would leave the stadium, the Egyptian press came in and wanted to film the Ghana team, and per the rules, it was only open to us for 15 minutes. So the security at the training grounds did not allow the Egyptian press, not the players, did not allow the Egyptian press to enter because according to them, in which they were working under strict instructions, they had told them that they shouldn't allow any media man to come in after 15 minutes. And even the Ghanaian media, they asked all of us to go out because Abam Grant was going to teach some tactics they didn't even want us to film or didn't want some of us to see. So we all had to just leave after 15 minutes. So the Egyptian press brother came in after 15 minutes to film, but they didn't allow them. So that was the mix-up, but not between the players.
Right. Thank you very much, Benedict Owusu-Dankwa, for that. He's given us the starting 11. If you just missed it, well, Andy Yadom gets his bow at the Cup of Nations, and so does Samuel Tete. Apart from that, it's a largely unchanged lineup where Abraham Grant is going for consistency. The game kicks off at 7 p.m. If you are watching the Joy News Prime, at that time, you can turn up your radio to Joy 99.7 FM. We'll be having live commentary on that. If you're also on the internet, we'll be having live updates on Twitter at Joy Sports GH. And you can follow the game with us. Don't forget that the other group game sees Uganda, who have already been eliminated from the tournament, play Mali, who have a chance to go to the next round as well. I'm Gary Alsmith. That's the sport for now, and we have more later.